Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you another method to create a really simple DIY wrap skirt. I know I have another tutorial for a wrap skirt on my channel, but I really wanted to share with you this other method as well because it is really simple and you can create really beautiful and flowy wrap skirts. To create your skirt you will need some lightweight flowy fabric, some fabric scissors, a measuring tape, a pen or a pencil, some pins or wonder clips, and of course a sewing machine. I am now going to share the pattern for the skirt with you, and I'm going to explain every measurement you need to take to create the pattern for yourself. Feel free to pause the video after I explain everything so you can have a better look at the pattern, or you can just head over to my blog, which I will link underneath the video, so in the description box, where you can obviously find all of this information written down and also the pattern for the first measurement you'll need to take is your waist measurement, or wherever you want your skirt to wrap. In my case it is a bit higher because I am pregnant and I want the skirts to sit over my belly. The second measurement is the length of your skirt in the back. So because this is a wrap skirt, you'll need to figure out how long you want your skirt to be in the back, so where it is the longest, and how short you want it to be in the front. In my case, measurement B was 95 centimeters, including the seam allowance, and in the front it was about 60 centimeters, again including the seam allowance. Okay, so now we have our waist measurements, and we are going to add 30 centimeters to these measurements because we want our skirt to wrap around our waist. We also have the length of the skirt in the back, so 95 in my case, as I've already told you, and in the front 60 centimeters. As you can tell from my beautiful drawing, the pattern for the skirt is a semicircle, and here we have our B measurement, so the length of the skirt in the back as well as here, and on the other side we have the shorter side of the skirt, so the length in the front. You will also need measurement D, which is the radius for your waist. To determine the radius, so measurement D, you will have to divide your A measurement, so your waist measurement plus 30 centimeters. In my case this is 104, so divide this number by pi, so by 3.14, and the result will be your radius. So the radius in my case is 33 centimeters. And now that you have all of the measurements, you can start drawing this pattern onto your fabric. The dotted lines are because I rounded up the edges of the skirt, but I will show you this in a minute. You can either leave them like this or round it up like I did, but again you will see it right away. Unfortunately, I didn't have a piece of fabric that is big enough to fit my pattern, so what I ended up doing was sewing these two pieces of fabric together and creating a bigger one. Obviously, if you do have enough fabric, you can skip this step. Then I laid my fabric on the floor and started drawing the pattern. Then I marked the middle of the radius just to be able to draw my semicircle using a string and a pencil. Next up, I've started drawing my B measurement to create the rounded part of the skirt. So this half will be the longer side of the skirt, and the other one will be, of course, the shorter side. And after you're done drawing the pattern on the fabric, you can start cutting it. So this is how my pattern looks at the moment. You can either leave it like this, but you will have those straight edges on your skirt. But what I wanted to do is to round them up like so, on each side to create a nice rounded edge on the front of the skirt. Don't throw away the leftover fabric because this is what we are going to use to create the waistband. And this is how my pattern looks after rounding up those edges. I know it looks weird, but trust me, it flows really nicely and it looks really nice on. So make sure you try it on before moving any further. And then you can go ahead and hem the rounded part of the skirt. Fold the edge of the fabric inwards twice. Use an iron to secure the fold. It's really helpful, especially if you are working with a lightweight fabric. Then pin everything in place and you can start sewing using a straight stitch. Out of the leftover fabric, I've created my waistband. My waistband ended up being 10 centimeters wide and approximately 3 meters long. You really don't need it to be this long. As you will see in a minute, I was able to wrap it around my waist 3 times or even more, so it's not necessary to have a 3-meter long waistband. I just had the extra fabric and decided to use it. Fold both sides of your fabric inwards and then fold everything once again in half. Now find the middle of your waistband and attach it to the middle of the skirt. Pin the waistband to your skirt, making sure that the raw edge of the fabric is inside the waistband. And the final step is sewing your waistband using a straight stitch. And this is it, now you've got a brand new skirt. And here you can see the struggle I had with my very long waistband. As I've said, it's not necessary to make it this long, but it was quite nice to be able to wrap it around a few times and create a pretty bow on the side. I really love this skirt and I hope you will too after making one for yourself. It's also pregnancy approved, and because it is made from a half circle pattern, it flows really nicely. Don't forget to check my blog for all of the details regarding this pattern, and if you're interested in seeing more cute DIYs, especially shorter ones, don't forget to check out my Instagram where I've posted a couple of DIYs in my story highlights. If you create any of the DIYs I've posted here on YouTube or on my Instagram, make sure you tag me and send me a picture because I would love to see your work and I can also feature you if you like. I hope you enjoyed this wrap skirt tutorial. Thanks for watching and for sticking around even though I haven't posted for a while. Have a nice day and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!